It's 2 a.m. You're exhausted, but your brain, it won't shut off. You're replaying the conversation from this morning, planning tomorrow's meetings, scanning for threats that don't exist, and you can't stop. So here's what nobody's telling you. Your sleep problem isn't about melatonin. It's about your bedtime routine. It's not about screen time or chamomile tea. Your nervous system thinks it's still on duty and still, and until you teach your nervous system otherwise, sleep will always be a struggle. So today I'm going to break down what's actually happening in your body when hypervigilance keeps you awake, the physiology, the nervous system mechanics, and why everything you've tried has not worked. Because here's the truth. You can't sleep when your body thinks rest equals danger, right? So here's what we're covering in the next 10 minutes. First, what hypervigilance actually is and why it's not insomnia. Your brain isn't broken. It's doing exactly what it was trained to do, which is scan for danger, even when there is no danger. Second thing, why all the sleep advice you've been given doesn't work for some of us who are highly sensitive people. Melatonin routines, the apps, they're treating symptoms, not the cause. And the cause, it's neurological. It's not biological. And the third thing we'll cover today is what your body actually needs to feel safe, and that'll make it be enough to power down, not just tired enough, not just safe enough. And at the end, I'm going to give you one practice for tonight. You're going to tell your nervous system out loud that the day is over, that you're safe, that you're allowed to rest. It sounds absurdly simple, but your body needs to hear it. So if you're lying awake at 2 a.m. wondering why your brain won't turn off, if you've tried everything and nothing works, this video is for you. But first, let me tell you why this is different from any other sleep video you may have already watched. Because I'm a nurse, I'm a registered nurse, I've been in the medical field for the last 30 years. I understand sleep architecture. I know about the REM cycles, the circadian rhythms, because I've studied some of these things. Also, I am a highly sensitive person, and I've spent 30 years lying in bed, body exhausted, brain screaming, unable to turn off the hypervigilance, even when I feel safe, even when nothing's wrong, even when sleep, like everyone else is asleep in the house, I'm still awake. I'm the 2 a.m. person that brain cannot shut down. And what I've learned is this. HSPs we don't just process our own day. We process everyone else's day too. This is what we do. We absorb their anxiety, their tension, their unspoken emotions, and our nervous systems carry all of that into the night. So when you lie down to sleep, your brain isn't just replaying your conversations, it's processing theirs too. It's scanning for threats in interactions that weren't even yours. And that's not insomnia. That's hypervigilance. And hypervigilance doesn't clock out just because it's bedtime. So let's talk about what that actually means and what you can do about it. Quick thing before we get deeper. My name is Sly. I'm a pediatric registered nurse. I've been in the medical field for the last 30 years. I am a highly sensitive person and someone who's been fighting hypervigilance my entire life. This channel is where I break down nervous system healing for highly sensitive people using actual medical knowledge, not just relax more advice. I post every single day because healing for us highly sensitive people and everyone else happens in small doses. So if yesterday's video on rest, guilt hit home for you, I want you to subscribe right at the bottom right now because tomorrow I'm covering something totally different and you're not going to want to miss it. All right, let's talk about why you can't sleep. Lesson number one, what hypervigilance actually is. Okay, so let's first define what hypervigilance actually is because most people think it's just anxiety or overthinking or being a light sleeper, because that's what I've always said. No, it's not. I've always said that because I'm a light sleeper. It's not. Hypervigilance is a state of chronic threat detection. It's your nervous system scanning for danger constantly, even when you're feeling safe. Here's the physiology part of it. Your autonomic nervous system has two modes: the sympathetic, which is fight or flight, and parasympathetic, which is the rest and digest. So when you're hypervigilant, your sympathetic nervous system won't turn off. It's stuck. It's just stuck in scan mode all the time, looking for threats, monitoring for danger, keeping you alert. Here's why that happens. At, or why it actually happens now for you still. At some point in your life, staying alert kept you safe. Maybe it was unpredictable parents when you were younger. Maybe it was chaos. Maybe it was environments that you didn't feel like you could let your guard down. And if you did let your guard down, meant something bad would happen. So this is what your brain learned to do. Vigilance equals safety. Relaxation equals vulnerability. And now, decades later, your nervous system still thinks that. Even when you're in your own bed, just lying down in bed, even when nothing bad is happening, your nervous system is still scanning, still monitoring, still clocked in, still on duty. That's why you can't sleep. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because your body believes that if it powers down, you're in danger. So it keeps you awake, just in case. Okay, so that's what hypervigilance is. But here's why all the sleep advice you've been given doesn't work for this. Takes me to lesson number 2. Why sleep hygiene is not enough. So the second thing is sleep hygiene advice doesn't work for hypervigilance. And I'm not saying routines are useless. I'm saying they're treating the wrong problem. Most sleep advice assumes your brain is biological. You need melatonin. You need darkness. You need a cool room. You need to avoid screens. Sure, those things help very much. They really do because I do them. I have a sleep routine and I have a sleep hygiene routine. If your problem is circadian rhythm disruption or blue light exposure, then your problem is neurological. If your problem then is neurological, if your nervous system won't shift from being sympathetic to parasympathetic, melatonin won't fix that. So here's what's happening. Your brain is stuck and it's stuck in a threat state. And you can't supplement your way out of a threat state. You can't routine your way out. You can't up your way out. You can't meditate your way out. Because the problem isn't that you don't want to sleep. It's that your body will not let you sleep. So, and until you address the nervous system piece, until you teach your body that it's safe to power down, you'll keep lying there, exhausted, and you're going to be unable to rest. So you're wondering, so Sly, what do I do? I'm going to tell you what to do. Let me give you exactly what I've tried and I found that works, which takes me to lesson 3 and what your body needs to sleep. Okay, so here's what your nervous system actually needs to feel safe enough to sleep. Number one, it needs permission. Your body needs to hear, and you have to say it out loud. The day is over, that we are safe, that you're allowed to rest. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but your nervous system doesn't respond to thoughts. It responds to signals. So tonight before bed, say this out loud. I am safe. This day is over. I can rest now. Say it while you're lying down. Put your hands on your chest, eyes closed, and let your body hear it. Because your hypervigilant brain, it needs external confirmation that the threat is over, which takes me to number two. You need to do a body scan. Before you say I'm safe, do a quick body scan. Notice where you're tense, your jaw, your shoulders, your stomach, and as you scan, consciously relax each part. Tell it you can let go now. This will signal to your nervous system we're shifting modes. We're moving from alert to rest. Takes me to number three. You have to anchor yourself to the present. Hypervigilance lives in the future. It lives in what if this happens? What if I forgot that? So anchor to now. Feel the bed under you, the pillow, the temperature of the room. Say out loud, right now in this moment, I am safe. Not tomorrow, I'll be safe. Not I hope I'll be safe. Right now, I am safe. That's what your nervous system needs to hear to finally let go. All right. That's why you can't sleep, right? So tomorrow I'm going to be sharing another video. I want you to be here and not miss that one. And now that we've talked about why you can't sleep, that's what hypervigilance is doing. And that's what you can try tonight. If this helped, subscribe right now, because tomorrow, as I said, I'm covering something completely different, because today we've talked about why you can't sleep, what hypervigilance is doing to you, and what you can try tonight. Tomorrow's topic will be completely different, but equally important, and you're going to want to be here. I don't want you to miss it. I want you to be here tomorrow. And if you like this video, I want you to share it with one HSP who can't sleep, because the algorithm only shows this to people who need it. Again, if this helped, subscribe right now here in the bottom, because I need you to be here tomorrow to see what I'm going to be talking about, because it's something completely different and it's going to be equally important. I haven't come up with a topic yet, but I'm thinking it'll be something good. It'll be something good. I want you to share to subscribe, like, and share this video with one HSP who can't sleep. And I want to hear it in the comments. I want you to engage, because that's how we get other HSPs to learn about our community that we're building here slowly. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for trusting me to share my experiences, and I hope they help you as well. This is what I've tried and what has worked for me. I want you to know your body is not broken. It's just still on duty, but it needs to clock out. Let's teach our bodies to clock out. Remember, you're doing better than you think, and I'll see you tomorrow.